In the midst of this global COVID-19 pandemic, authorities and medical practitioners alike have advocated a number of precautionary measures to limit the spread of the virus, including the wearing of face masks. But why masks? Why should anybody wear one? Do they really help? And if so, who and how do they help?
Well, those are certainly excellent questions. It seems there has been a wealth of confusion and misinformation on the purpose of masks since the onset of the pandemic, even among those who use them. So let's begin by looking at some facts. To get a better understanding of their exact purpose, we first need to establish what masks don't do. Masks do not protect you from getting infected with the virus.
Wait, what? Don't they cover your breathing holes? Why am I wearing one then? Isn't breathing the virus how you get infected?
Yes, but a cloth mask simply won't do anything to stop that. Masks simply do not filter air. What you would need is a respirator. While masks are loose-fitting nose and mouth covers, respirators are designed to have a facial suit that filter all incoming and outgoing air at a level of efficiency for its design. For example, the N95 respirator, as its name suggests, filters approximately 95% of very small air particles. However, the virus is not airborne. It is spread by respiratory droplets. More on that later. But even so, inhaling the virus is only one way it can get into your system. Of course, other means of transmission would still be a threat, which is why social distancing and hand washing are the more effective measures. The only guaranteed method of protection is to not be near infected people to begin with.
Oh, why don't we just do that then? Why not just stay away from sick people?
Unfortunately, it's not quite that simple. The virus has an incubation period of anywhere between 2 days and 2 weeks, with about 5 days being the average. That's 5 days between getting infected and showing symptoms, if you show any symptoms at all. A non-insignificant percent of cases are completely asymptomatic, showing no symptoms while infected. Even if a person eventually develops symptoms, they can still spread the virus while pre-symptomatic. And of course, those who are mildly symptomatic, to a degree that they don't seek medical attention, are at risk of spreading the virus as well. These kinds of cases usually go unreported due to the invisible nature of their infection, and are capable of spreading the virus at an alarming rate. In fact, one study estimated that before travel restrictions and social distancing were implemented in China back in January, up to 86% of cases went unreported for one of these reasons. After those restrictions were put in place, and we knew what to look for, that number only fell to 35% of cases going unreported.
Well then, if my mask doesn't protect me, then what does it do?
When you sneeze, cough, speak, or even exhale, you create respiratory droplets that ride air currents and gradually settle on the ground and surrounding surfaces. Normally, a cough can send these droplets up to 2 meters, but if you're walking into a headwind, that distance can extend up to 6 meters. When worn correctly, over the nose, mouth, and under the chin, masks act as a physical barrier to capture those droplets and reduce the amount that escapes into your environment.
Fascinating. And I suppose that's not the only information we can draw on. We have a wealth of real-world scenarios demonstrating these principles in action. Contrary to common belief, this isn't the first time that masks have been a major component in combating widespread disease. In the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, masks were widely mandated across many US cities. However, the citizens of San Francisco were particularly resistant to the idea. In January of 1919, some even went as far as to form an anti-mask league for the sole purpose of denouncing the city's ordinance requiring citizens to wear masks in public. This sentiment was not popular in the US in that day, and so is often considered a factor leading to their ranking among the nation's worst cities impacted by that pandemic, with over 45,000 new cases of influenza and over 3,000 deaths in a 6-month span. That's roughly 9% of the city's population infected at that time. And those are the facts regarding masks. In summary, wearing a mask doesn't protect you from the virus, but it does reduce the risk of you transmitting it if you do get sick, which may not always be apparent. So, be cautious, be courteous, and use your best judgment.
Thanks for watching this video. I know it's a bit of a detour from our usual programming. If you would like to see more edutainment content like this, then please let us know, and tell us if there are any other subjects you would like to hear us explain. This video is meant to be purely factual, but linked on screen are our opinion-based videos from our personal channels. If you're interested, feel free to check those out.